And then very easily switch directions. Nice. Stiram, sukham, asanam. Steadiness and sweetness in every single pose. All right. Good. And make your way to hands and knees. Uh-oh. Let's do a quick audio check. I see your chat. Do you not hear me?
We can hear you.
Edna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
good. All right, so it's resolved. Okay. You can just send me a chat if you can't hear me. All right, so yay, thank you. Cat and cow. Good. There's a very gentle, right, pulling up. And there's a very sweet softening as you look forward. Good. And then begin to kind of make circles with the hips. So draw the hips down towards the heels and then circle them back up. Maybe getting into the shoulders a little bit by bending the elbows. Yeah. Lovely. And then switch directions. And then walk your knees nice and wide, big toes touch, child's pose. If you'd like to start the playlist, you can do so now. Make some contact between your forehead and your hands in any way. You can stack the hands, you can make fists. And then very gently draw your awareness into that space between your eyebrows, your third eye, your spiritual sight. And take a few moments to breathe in and focusing, pinning your awareness on that spot. Good. And inhale into the third eye. Exhale down to the heart. Inhale into the space of the heart. Exhale up to the third eye. Inhale through the spiritual seeing. Exhale into the spacious infinity of your heart. One more breath. Let all of that synergize within you. And as you exhale, feel a deep sense of grounding and connection to your practice. And hands to the floor, come back, tabletop position. Good. Keep the hips stacked over the knees and take a step forward with the hands. So puppy pose. Good. Soften the forehead down towards the floor. The hips are stacked over the knees. Good. And as you feel a sense of kind of melting here, see if you can find a sense of length through the fingertips by kind of walking and stretching and crawling the fingertips forward. So from the outer hips, along the side ribs, out through the fingertips, there's a sense of lengthening. I agree, Cindy. I like it when people keep their camera on. I appreciate that. So it feels like we're in a real class. Good. And if you're wondering, I'm recording, but only Hana right now. One more deep breath in here, into the front of the body. And as you exhale, send that breath towards the back of the body. Good. Tabletop position. Walk the hands back in. Good. And for a moment, turn the backs of the hands down to the mat or take any wrist stretch here that feels good. Maybe you practice clawing into the mat, right? Activating the uplifting through the center of the palms to be careful to not dump excess weight into our wrists. You know, I have some climbers in here, and we want to take care of our wrists. That's the kind of injury that can set you back for a very long time. And for Hana, going to be holding a lot of love with those hands. So we take care of those wrists. Okay. Now reach the right arm up, and as you gentle, easy turn to the right side. Good. And then you're going to thread the needle, but not come all the way down. So thread the right arm underneath and bend that elbow a little bit. And then right before you land, come back up. Open up to the right. Good. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach up. Right? No need to overdo. Exhale, right? Just be here. And if you're here, you're doing it. Inhale, reach up. And lower that right hand down. Second side, left arm lifts. Big breath in. Nice and easy. Thread. Inhale, come back up. Claw your fingers. Good. Exhale. I never want to watch this video. I never want to hear my own voice. Inhale. Good. Exhale, thread. And really like claw that mat and really feel the activation in the shoulders. Inhale, lift. And then hand down to the mat. Chin to chest, cat pose. Look forward, soften belly, cow pose. Good. Tabletop position. Then step your left leg back behind you. Tricked you, I know. All right. And then step that foot to the outside of the right foot. Look over your right shoulder. Just stretching, just opening that left side body. Good. Only if it feels very stable and you want to go further, lift your right arm and bring that right arm back by your right hip. Fingertips pointing back. Good. And just take a breath here. Claw your left fingertips so there's activation in that wrist, in that hand. Good. One more breath. Return to tabletop position. Extend the right leg back. Cross it to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Good. It's like your right toes are on the left, a little bit discombobulating, right? Good. And if you'd like to, pick up that left arm and reach it back. Yeah. And express some gratitude that your body can be in this shape, whatever it looks like at all. Good. Tabletop position. Chin to chest. Slow cat and cow. And say good morning to the body. Good morning to the breath. Good morning to one another. All right. Step the right foot in between the hands. Good. And then you're going to wiggle the right foot to the left, bringing the right leg into pigeon, but keep the left knee down. Good. Step 1, keep your fingertips on the floor. If you have blocks, that's welcome. Level 2, if this is stable and you can feel a sense of kind of scissoring through the inner groin, the inner thighs, the hands maybe come up to the hips. Adjust the back knee. Walking that left knee forward helps. Good. And step 3, the hands come to the heart. Right, keep scissoring, right? That right knee and left knee are pulling in towards one another. There's a lifting up through the mula bandha, through the pelvic floor. Good. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 1. Exhale. Hands down very gently. Good. 3-legged down dog. How does that sound? Bit by bit, right leg up and back. Bring some movement, some fluidity into that hip, into the knee, into that ankle, into the knuckles of your toes. bring some awareness into the negative space in between the toes. Good. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Tabletop position. Good. Readjust. Second side, step the left foot in between the hands. Good. And then wiggle that foot over. Good. So you're in pigeon lunge. So, maybe the hands come to the hips. Scissor the knees in towards the midline. Good. And so maybe you feel an energetic rising, especially as you press down through that left shin. There's a sense of through the shushumna, yes? That central channel of energy pulling up. Optimism. 2 breaths, inhale. As you exhale, maybe breathing into the space of the heart or the belly. 1 more breath up, maybe you go all the way to the third eye. And as you exhale, pulse that energy down to the heart. Look down, place the hands down. 3-legged down dog, left leg, up and back. And make any circles here of the joints. All right, downward facing dog. 1 time, shift forward into plank pose. Good, claw the mat, feel a sense of Vyana Vayu, upward wind, pulling up through the centers of your palm, going all the way up to the shoulders. Good, downward facing dog. Good, step your feet wide as the mat, or maybe even wider. Good, and then kind of hammock the spine here. Good, bend the knees if you like. I don't know about you, but I couldn't really sleep last night. A lot of convergence, if you're into that thing with the planets and the moon. It's so beautiful. So I stayed up and dreamt up this sequence. So sorry, not sorry. All right. So tent up onto the fingertips. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Yeah. And then guide your hips back a little bit more as you push into the fingertips. Or maybe the body doesn't even change, but the energetic weight distribution shifts a little bit. Good. And then as quietly as possible, walk the fingertips back towards the feet. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Good. Good. Bring the hands to the shins, slide them up to the thighs. Good. And then come all the way up to stand. Let the blood return to the top of the head. Adjust your feet, hip distance or closer, hands to the heart. Samastitihi. Sometimes we have to prune away the parts of us that have very naturally outgrown, right? Shed, much like the leaves on a tree that just naturally die. And we cut them away so that we can conserve our resources towards new growth. Good. Bring the hands to the thighs. Good. So like a standing cat and cow. So bend the knees, hands to the thighs. Good. And then look forward, spread the collarbones. And then chin to chest, round through the spine. Kind of press through the tops of the thighs. Good. 2 more. And then chin to chest, round. Whew. Very good. Good. And then reach the arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Seal the palms, hands to the heart, Samastitihi. And where would you like to devote the benefits of your practice today? Good. Big step forward with the right foot. And then pivot all toes towards the left. Goddess. I should just say that. Goddess pose. What prenatal flow is without goddess pose, right? All right. And if you're saying, oh no, just switch that narrative. Oh yes, oh yes. All right. Hands just pulse a little to the left and to the right. So we're swaying with the pulse of life, of our blood, of the breath, of one another. I wrote down here hula hoop, and I'm trying to remember why I wrote that. My mom. Oh, that is exactly why I wrote it, because prenatal mother, my mom is like a champion hula hooper. All right, so unbend the knees, good, and then we're gonna like hula hoop. So kind of make circles with your pelvis here. And if it feels weird, excellent. I just think of my mom. She has a travel hula hoop that's 15 pounds that separates into 8 pieces that she packs in her luggage. Good. And then switch directions. Imagine there's a big bowl of water in your pelvic floor. Right? Just bringing some good juju in all that emotional space in which your pelvis holds. A lot of joy, right? If the practice gets a little heated, just think of my mother hula hooping. It certainly helps me. And if you need another layer, she also sings while she hula hoops. All right. And make sure the toes are pointing out. Come back into goddess pose. Hands are on the hips for now. Good. And slide your right hand down the right thigh. Good. And just dip the shoulder in. Good. Good. And let's make this fluid. So just flow to the other side. Use the inhale to come up through center. Use the exhale to dip the shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more times. Every new day, every pose, every breath is an opportunity, right, to take a look, right, to discern, what do I need? You know, what can be trimmed away? What can be completely chopped off? And if you've ever heard of deadheading a plant, right, you cut off the top, like cut off its head essentially, and then that brings forth new growth. Yeah, I'm kind of dragging this out, huh? All right. Let's come up to goddess pose with the palms to face up, slight bend in the shoulders. Inhale, stand all the way up, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. What do I need to cut away from my life to make room for new growth? Good. Bring the hands into Padma Mudra. Good. And then lift this lotus shape over the head. Inhale, draw that energy up into the very center of your palms. And as you exhale, draw the lotus down in front of the heart. Keep exhaling, draw the lotus in front of the belly, and then turn it all the way down, pouring down. Good. Circle the arms up. Hands in Padma Mudra. Exhale, draw it down. All the way down. There's a natural tilting, right, as the lotus comes down. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more, inhale. Good, this time we add the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the legs into goddess as you let that mudra lower down. Good, inhale, reach up, move with your breath. Exhale, sit low and bring that offering down to earth. Breath, body, movement. And this opportunity to connect so deeply with your soul's purpose right here. Are your legs warm?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Hard for me to tell. All right, how about one more? Okay. Lovely. And then let's bring the hand to the heart. Anjali Mudra. One breath, one Om. Inhale. Turn the right toes to the right, warrior two. Good. Very gentle pulsing up and down here in the pelvis. Just, yeah, there you go. And just a reminder, we move here in these poses with the breath, much like water. And like water always finds its way to the ground. And water always knows how to mold and flow and shape. Good. And then touch your palms together over the head. And then we're going to cross the wrist. So right wrist over the left. And then touch the palms together. Good. And then there's a sense of pressing through the palms together to activate the triceps here, down through the shoulder blades. Okay. So keep the hands. Inhale, unbend right knee. Exhale, rebend. That's it. Inhale, unbend. Exhale, rebend. One more. Inhale. Exhale, rebend. Good. And then open the arms, warrior two. Triangle pose. Unbend that right knee. Shimmy, adjust the back foot. You need a block? Are you good?
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Now I'll take that top arm, wrap it around the abdomen here. And wrap it around your baby. Good. And so in this space here, this space of discernment, right, the Manipura chakra residing here, connecting to that second chakra of emotion and creativity. Right, so I don't know if anyone else has a baby, but maybe you have a brainchild, right? A project, a deep love, or other children that might have, or children that might not have been born. All right, stay here or come into half moon. Right, good. And be gentle on yourself here. Sometimes the force is with you. Sometimes it's taking a nap, and that's okay. The point is we bind to the practice itself, the action here, rather than what the pose looks like, okay? One more breath. Gently lower back, warrior two pose. With grace, with discipline. Good, beautiful. Pivot the right toes forward. Good, and just stand for a moment. Inhale. You can flutter the lips, you can sigh it out. Good. Second side, turn the left toes to the left, come into warrior two. Good. And who have you shown up for? And who have you spoken up for? Perhaps someone that can't quite speak up for themselves. Let this pose be a reminder, right, to draw strength up, that I have the ability to speak up for somebody, to advocate for somebody who needs my help. Touch the palms together. Cross the left wrist over the right wrist. Good. I realize, yeah, back of the palms can be together, or the palms can be together. Whatever face is touching, press them together to activate the sides of the arms. Good. Pulse a little bit up and down, just like baby pulses. And just feel that gentle stirring. The Sushumna, central energetic channel, is straight up and down. So sense if your body, if your torso is leaning a little bit. Try to. Good. And then unbend that front knee. And then reach the fingertips a little higher. And then exhale, rebend. Inhale, unbend. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reach up. Maybe the fingertips reach up just like a millimeter more. Exhale, rebend. Good. Keep the legs steady. Open the arms. Warrior two arms. Good. And as sweetly, right, as possible, triangle pose. And make yourself, imagine you have an aura glowing around you. Make that aura bigger. Good. Take that top arm, wrap it around the abdomen. Yeah. Express some kindness, right? Some discipline around listening to the intuition. Your own intuition here. Stay here, right? Wherever you are, come into half moon pose. And I taught outdoors, someone brought a Lysol mark, like a tub of Lysol wipes or Clorox wipes, and that was also doubled as a block, which I thought was brilliant. All right, so you use what you got. Okay. So hover here and make sure the toes are pointing straight forward. Right. Let the air around your skin hold you in this shape for 2 and 1. In and out. Gently release back, warrior 2. Nice. Turn all toes to face forward, hands to the hips. Good. So we're gonna fold forward into a wide-legged forward fold, but with down dog torso arms. So hands at the hips. And take a moment. And then fold forward and walk your hands forward. Yeah. Whew. Send a breath to the whole backside of your bodies, including the backs of your hands, the skin around your fingers, the skin around your elbows, the whole backside, shoulders. And when you get to the sacrum bone, send that energy down the backs of your legs, hamstrings, backs of the knees. And option here is to turn the toes out and then bend into one knee at a time. It's kind of a skandasana variation here. And shifting and swaying, adapting. And please send a huge thank you to yourself for showing up to your practice today. All right. Walk the hands in. Good. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer. Good. In the most supported, soothing way, come up to a stand. Inhale, circle the arms. Samastitihi. Face the front edge of your mat and take a walking meditation to the top. Heel to toe, heel to toe. Right? Every step we take, an opportunity to practice peace. Inhale, circle the arms up, perhaps looking up. And when you look up, look through what you're looking at. Soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Yeah. Inhale, look forward, gentle halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Malasana, toes out, heels in, sink the hips down, sit on a block, pad your heels, do what you gotta do. Josh, get your noodles. Actually, I don't know if Josh is here, but we have a running joke that one day we're gonna eat noodles in Malasana. And we're working on it, and we're smiling, right? On the way there. And Josh, if we don't eat noodles in Malasana, we'll eat noodles not in Malasana, because that's fun too. Yeah. And let's open the arms for a moment. Let's stretch the chest coming into a diagonal. So, oof, good. If you're feeling saucy and you want to bind, you can bind. Yeah. And the binding here, right? Like wrap yourself up as a gift to yourself and to others. Right? Wrap yourself up. Find freedom when you are constrained. And then release, open the arms on a diagonal first, and over to the other side. Isn't it fun unwrapping a gift? One more breath. As you exhale, see if the pelvis can sink a little bit more. Good. Release the bind. If you have it, hands to the heart, Malasana, hands to the chest. One Om, inhale. Hands down. Lift the hips and fold. Witness the blood coming back to your outer hips. Good. And then we step back, downward facing dog. Good. So stay here. Oh my God, is it time for vinyasa? If you want one, you can take one. And just notice if you've missed it. Move the body with purpose. Right? Every single pose has a design, has a purpose, has a reason, has a lesson. And when you pay attention, right, it will be revealed to you. 2 more vinyasas, take them or leave them. I rarely do this, where it's like, do what you want, right? But just a couple moments here to tune into that space of discernment, of intuition. What do I need? How can I directly experience that in my body? Maybe you close the eyes. And remember, your intuition is a direct messenger from your soul. And that messenger will whisper in a very subtle language, this is what's next, right? This is what your soul's work is. Child's pose. Right, and energetic wise, when the weather is very hot in the summer, right, we take care to not overheat, even though it may be tempting. Turn inward, turn the heat on from within. Touch the palms together, bring your prayer behind your head. And as you inhale, draw that light into the center of your palms. And as you exhale, witness that light settle through the back of your skull into the center of your brain. Inhale into the palms. Exhale into the brain, into your thoughts. Again, inhale through the palms, through the eyes of your action, of your hands. Exhale into the brain space, into your skull bones. Lower the hands down. Good. Palms down to the floor. Press down into the floor. Yeah. And come back, downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time. And knees down. Sit on your heels. You can sit on a block. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And Vajrasana. Vajra, right? A weapon seen in so many gods and goddesses' hands when they step into battle to cut away. Right? Anytime you hear about a demon in these stories, they cut away the ego or these aspects of the self. Okay, so this pose here, a Vajra, it's a weapon that has the indestructibility of a diamond and the irresistible like force that commands your attention of a thunderbolt. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up, circle them up. Exhale, cactus shape through the arms. Inhale, open the heart. Right? Heart opens. Shoulder blades squeeze together in the back. Open the mouth here and gently exhale. Let's do that again. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, open the heart. Open mouth, exhale, release. Hands to the heart, good. Sit to one side of the hips. Bring the legs forward, Baddha Konasana. And let's take it a little wider this time. So slide your feet forward a bit. If you need to put a blanket underneath the ankles, so this is more yum yum, right? Do that. It's my favorite. Good. And then hands to the shins or hands to the ankles. Puff the chest, inhale. And keeping a flat back, forward, right? Pull the chest forward. A visitor. And then walk your fingertips over to the right. Pet your dog. And here we open that side body. Feel the stretch from that shoulder down to the hip. And then switch over. Walk the hands through center over to other side. And come back through center. Lift the spine back up. All right. Help the knees back together. Good. You can kind of switch. Good. Reverse tabletop. Bring the hands behind the body, fingertips pointing in. Level one, like not level one, step one. Just puff the chest and reach the heart forward. I always think of these progressions almost as layers or as bus stops, right? Like you can get off at any time. So if this feels good and the body, stay here. Otherwise, press into the feet and then lift the hips. Good. And as you exhale, lower down. So we're not holding today, we're flowing. Good. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, sweetly lower them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final one. Slow it down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slide the legs forward, round bend. Good. Janu Shirshasana. So bring the right knee into like a tree pose. Good. And then flex your left toes back towards your left shin. Good. There's an option here, friends at home. If your right hip is feeling very open and there's no sensation in the knee, you can bring your right foot into half lotus. That's an option. Good. And then hands behind the back for a moment to begin. Puff your chest. And then if you choose, forward fold. Send a breath to wherever you are feeling the sensation. And I know some of you have that mobility and the desire, right? You can take the bind. If your foot is in half lotus, the right arm can come behind the back, hold for the right toes, and as you fold forward. All right, meet yourself, respect yourself with where you are today. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale into your heart space. Exhale into the earth. And then lift up. Extend the right leg forward. Very easy. Second side, Janu Shirshasana. Take the variation in the legs that feels good. If you're coming into half lotus and you don't know if it's good or not, check with your knee. The knee needs to be down. If it's not down, just come back. All right? Hands behind the body and like open up the space, like you're creating more lung space here. And then as you exhale, fold. Close the eyes. Feel into that infinite expansiveness in your container. Inner ankle. Right? Sense where your inner ankle is and see if you can reach it long. What parts of yourself can you shed away? Can you cut away? Are there any habits? Yeah, it's hard work. Final moment. Let something heavy here exit the body with your exhale. And then come back up. Extend your left leg. Good. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. So heels are as wide as the mat. Good. Flex the toes. Toes and knees pointing up. Final forward fold here. A little bit or a lot. Pashimo. Help the knees bend. Slide the hands underneath the knees. Good. Assist them up. Good. And we're going to go to a spinal twist. So lie down. You good with lying down? Or twist okay? Yeah. Or no?
No, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. Legs to the left, head to the right. 3 breaths. As you exhale, feel both shoulders soften. Inhale 2. Exhale, loosen the grip of the knees and the legs and the hips. Maybe they slide out. Inhale 1. And exhale. Switch the legs to the other side. Open the arms. Turn the head left and right and find a spot to settle here for 3 breaths. And unwinding and releasing. Locating freedom in places of constraint. Happy baby. Yeah, so you can come into Shavasana. You can end practice in a seated meditation. And I'm like, Hana, what do you need to do? You do that. Okay. If you need to stop the music because I'm going to play a song, you can do that. Make gentle fists with your fingers into the palms. Yawning the body awake. Reach your arms high up over your head and stretch the whole body. And roll onto your left side. One Om here for all of our teachers. Inhale. Press yourself up to a seated position. And guide your hands in front of your heart. Good. Another Om for the yoga philosophy, for all the sacred texts that help guide us through. Inhale. And a final Om for each other. Inhale. Return to this practice to become keenly aware of what to remove so that we may grow. Thank you for showing up to do the work so that all beings everywhere can be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you, Hana. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was the best prenatal.
Yay. Okay.